Good evening. As students now adjust to in-person learning during this pandemic, schools are now ramping up testing so no class time is lost when there's a positive case in the classroom. Thanks for joining us here for KION News at 5. I'm Veronica Macias. Schools are now modifying their quarantine measures, all while staying within the health guidelines for the state. KION's Jonathan Sarabia explains.
Veronica, the Alisal Union School District here in Salinas is administering tests to students when there's classroom exposure. Now, this is part of the district's new testing program for modified quarantine. Socorro Ochoa is the mother of a student who attends Monterey Elementary School. She says she was contacted by the school and was informed there was a positive case.
We get notifications through Class Dojo or, letters sent home in both languages to let us know as parents what's going on, if there's a positive case, what they're doing, the steps that they're taking for the kids' safety.
It's a form of COVID surveillance that the Alisal Union School District has put in place for the school year. This modified quarantine in classrooms is activated when there's a positive case. Students and staff who test positive stay home for 10 days, while other students continue attending school, but with frequent testing.
So while the class is not closed, in order to continue to participate in the class, students and staff must have a negative test result.
Christina Palmer is in charge of testing students and staff across the entire Alisal Union School District. 2 tests are administered per week for each individual. But parents will be notified first and will have to give permission for the test to be administered.
If a parent does not submit that signed form, their child then is not going to be tested, but they then are not part of the modified quarantine. They'll have to do the rest of those 10 days at home.
From there comes the notification process, which involves 2 forms of communication, similar to Gonzales Unified School District.
If your student was not in a classroom where there was another student who tested positive, you would not expect to receive a notification. Okay. Unless your site principal has contacted you to say that your child needs to quarantine, the expectation is that students are in school.
Veronica, the Gonzales Unified School District offers tests once a week and recommends parents to take their children to get tested if they have symptoms. Reporting from Salinas, Jonathan Sarabia, KION News, Channel 546.